Christmas is a time for family, tradition, and delicious meals that bring everyone together. However, over the years, some cherished brunch dishes have quietly disappeared, taking with them a piece of holiday nostalgia. This list talks about these lost classics and the flavors that once defined Christmas mornings. 1. Pumpkin pancakes. Pumpkin pancakes are a festive and flavorful addition to any Christmas brunch. These pancakes combine the richness of pumpkin puree with warm spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger, evoking the comforting flavors of the holiday season. The batter is made by mixing flour, baking powder, sugar, and spices with wet ingredients, including pumpkin puree, milk, eggs, and melted butter, to create a smooth and aromatic blend. The cooking process involves heating a griddle or skillet and ladling the batter onto the surface. The pancakes are cooked until bubbles form on the surface, then flipped to achieve a golden brown finish. Their light and fluffy texture, paired with the subtle earthiness of the pumpkin, makes them a standout dish. To elevate the dish, pumpkin pancakes can be served with a drizzle of maple syrup, a dollop of whipped cream, or even a sprinkle of chopped nuts for added texture. They are not only a nostalgic reminder of fall, but also a delightful way to bring warm and cozy flavors to a winter celebration. Perfect for family gatherings, they're sure to be a hit. While pumpkin pancakes brought warm and spiced flavors to the table, our next dish takes us in a buttery direction. 2. Cranberry scones. Cranberry scones were once a cherished Christmas brunch favorite, offering a perfect balance of sweet and tart flavors. These scones are made by combining fresh cranberries with a slightly sweet, buttery dough. The recipe calls for basic ingredients such as all-purpose flour, sugar, baking powder, and butter. The key to creating light, flaky scones is cutting cold butter into the dry ingredients until the mixture resembles coarse crumbs. Then, fresh cranberries are gently folded into the dough, providing bursts of color and tartness in each bite. After incorporating a bit of cream and an egg, the dough is kneaded lightly and shaped into a circle. The dough is then cut into wedges and baked until golden brown, creating a tender, flaky scone with a slight crisp on the outside. To add an extra layer of flavor, you can incorporate a bit of orange zest or even a handful of walnuts or almonds. The citrus zest adds a refreshing aroma that complements the cranberries, while the nuts provide additional texture and depth. Despite their once popular status, cranberry scones have faded from many holiday tables in favor of faster, easier-to-make options like muffins or pancakes. However, they remain a nostalgic and comforting reminder of simpler homemade holiday mornings. After indulging in sweet scones, let's move on to a more sophisticated option that once graced many tables. 3. Smoked salmon bagel. Smoked salmon bagels were once a beloved, sophisticated brunch dish that graced many Christmas tables. The combination of a toasted bagel, a creamy spread, and silky smoked salmon became a classic, often accompanied by garnishes like capers, thinly sliced red onions, and fresh dill. This dish offered a balanced contrast between the rich, smoky flavor of the salmon and the creamy texture of the spread, which was usually cream cheese. In some variations, lemon wedges or avocado were added for extra freshness. Smoked salmon bagels provided a luxurious yet easy-to-make option for holiday gatherings, elevating the brunch experience without requiring much preparation. Despite its former popularity, this dish gradually disappeared from many holiday spreads as other brunch options gained favor, such as trendy avocado toasts or more elaborate egg dishes. Smoked salmon bagels, however, remain a nostalgic reminder of simpler Christmas mornings when a quick but elegant dish could make the meal feel special. Smoked salmon bagels were a sophisticated choice, but our next meal made serving a crowd effortless and delicious. 4. Eggs Benedict casserole. The Eggs Benedict casserole was once a beloved Christmas brunch staple, allowing hosts to serve a crowd without the labor-intensive process of individually preparing Eggs Benedict. This casserole version layered toasted English muffins, Canadian bacon, and a creamy hollandaise sauce in a baking dish, transforming the dish into an easy make-ahead option. With all the signature flavors of traditional Eggs Benedict, rich, savory, and indulgent, it provided a festive touch to any holiday spread. However, as brunch trends shifted toward quicker, simpler dishes like frittatas or casserole bakes that required less prep time, the once popular Eggs Benedict. Casseroles slowly disappeared from many Christmas tables. Despite its decline in popularity, it remains a nostalgic and luxurious option, especially for those who enjoy classic brunch fare. If you're looking to bring back this festive dish, you can find similar recipes online. One variation includes using a muffin tin for individual portions, making it easier to serve guests. While Eggs Benedict casserole was savory, the Make-Ahead Sour Cream Coffee Cake added a sweet flavor to the menu. 5. Make-Ahead Sour Cream Coffee Cake. The Make-Ahead Sour Cream Coffee Cake was the ultimate holiday brunch solution for those wanting a sweet, comforting treat without the morning rush. Made the night before, this cake featured a soft, moist crumb, thanks to the addition of sour cream. The cinnamon swirl and crumbly topping provided a delicious balance of sweetness and spice, perfect for pairing with a cup of coffee or tea. Its convenience made it ideal for large gatherings, allowing hosts to enjoy their Christmas morning without spending hours in the kitchen. Over time, however, more modern options like breakfast casseroles and egg bakes, which could also be made ahead of time, took its place. While sour cream coffee cake faded from many tables, it remains a nostalgic choice for those seeking a classic, comforting dish. If you want to recreate this once popular Christmas treat, try a version that uses brown sugar and pecans for an extra indulgent twist. From one make-ahead treat to another, this next dish takes the convenience of preparation and elevates it with gooey sweetness. 6. Overnight Caramel Pecan Rolls. Overnight caramel pecan rolls were a beloved Christmas brunch tradition. The magic of these rolls was that you could prepare them the night before, so on Christmas morning, all you had to do was pop them in the oven. These sticky, gooey rolls were filled with caramelized brown sugar and topped with crunchy pecans, provide the perfect blend of sweet and savory. Their make-ahead convenience allowed busy families to enjoy a warm, fresh breakfast with minimal effort. The dish was especially popular for Christmas, as it could be prepped and set to rise overnight, with only the final baking step required in the morning. However, as brunch menus began to shift toward quicker options like muffins, granola bars, and yogurt parfaits, the once popular caramel rolls began to vanish from family tables. Though no longer a fixture on many holiday spreads, they remain a nostalgic reminder of simpler Christmas mornings. To recreate this sweet tradition, try recipes that incorporate fresh butter, cinnamon, and pecans for an irresistible combination. While caramel rolls bring a gooey sweetness, our next dish embraces a rich, creamy flavor that once graced the tables during the holiday season. 7. Eggnog Bread Pudding. Eggnog bread pudding once graced many Christmas brunch tables with its rich, creamy texture and festive flavor. Made with slices of stale bread soaked in a custard of eggnog, eggs, sugar, and spices, it was baked into a comforting golden dish. The intoxicating aroma of eggnog and warm spices like cinnamon and nutmeg made it a holiday favorite. Often served with whipped cream or a dusting of cinnamon, this dish captured the essence of Christmas in every bite. However, over the years, quicker and more convenient dishes like baked French toast casseroles and cinnamon rolls gradually replaced eggnog bread pudding. Despite its decline, it remains a nostalgic choice for those who cherish the flavors of the holiday season. Today, many families seek to revive this comforting dish, especially for gatherings. If you want to bring back this classic, you can find similar recipes with eggnog custard or cinnamon streusel topping to enjoy on your next holiday morning. From a decadent dessert, the next dish brought something light and fresh, offering a zesty flavor with citrus notes. 8. Cranberry Orange Bread. Cranberry orange bread once brought a festive touch to Christmas brunches with its vibrant, zesty flavor. Made with a combination of tart cranberries and citrusy orange zest, this bread was a perfect balance of sweet and tangy. The bread was often served fresh from the oven, filling the home with a delightful citrus fragrance. It was usually topped with a glaze made of orange juice and powdered sugar, enhancing the citrus flavor. Cranberry orange bread was loved for its versatility, served as a snack, or paired with tea or coffee. Unfortunately, over time, other quicker-to-make brunch options like scones or muffins began to take over, and this once popular bread gradually disappeared from many holiday spreads. Though it's no longer as common, the recipe remains a cherished holiday tradition for those who remember its festive touch. For a modern take, you can find recipes that include additional ingredients like walnuts or a streusel topping. Unlike this dish, which has a fruity option, Our next dish brought something savory to the Christmas tables, providing a perfect finger food to complement the rest of the spread. 9. Christmas deviled eggs. Once a meal on Christmas brunch tables, Christmas deviled eggs were a beloved dish celebrated for their simplicity, versatility, and festive charm. These bite-sized delights started with hard-boiled eggs, which were carefully halved to preserve the smooth, curved whites. The yolks were scooped out and blended with a creamy mixture of mayonnaise, mustard, and a dash of vinegar, creating a velvety filling with a perfect balance of tangy and savory flavors. Seasonings like paprika, salt, and pepper were sprinkled on top, not only enhancing the taste but also giving the eggs a festive pop of color. However, for the holiday season, many families added special touches, such as fresh herbs, lemon zest, or a sprinkle of paprika, to give them a festive flair. These eggs were not only delicious but easy to prepare ahead of time, making them an ideal dish for busy Christmas mornings. They were often served on platters, making them visually appealing as well as tasty. Despite their former popularity, deviled eggs eventually gave way to more elaborate appetizers and savory options at brunches. Although they are no longer as prevalent at holiday gatherings, they still hold a special place in the hearts of many, often making an appearance at smaller family celebrations. As brunch menus evolved to include more elaborate and trendy options, deviled eggs began to fade from many Christmas tables. Despite this, they remain a nostalgic favorite for those who remember their charm and simplicity. Reviving them can bring back a touch of tradition and timeless appeal to modern holiday gatherings. After the savory indulgence of deviled eggs, the next dish brought the warmth of holiday to the table, making it a perfect pairing with a morning cup of milk. 10. Gingerbread coffee cake. Gingerbread coffee cake once held a place of honor at many Christmas brunches, known for its perfect blend of warm spices and rich, moist cake texture. This cake was infused with traditional gingerbread flavors such as cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, making it a comforting and festive choice for holiday mornings. The cake was often topped with a crumbly cinnamon streusel, adding texture and sweetness to each bite. The spiced aroma that filled the house while it baked made it a sensory delight. Gingerbread coffee cake was often paired with a hot cup of coffee or tea, making it the perfect way to start Christmas Day. Over time, however, quicker and simpler brunch options, like muffins or more modern breakfast casseroles, took over, and gingerbread coffee cake began to vanish from many tables. Yet it remains a beloved recipe for those looking to evoke the flavors of traditional holiday breakfasts. While the coffee cake added a comforting sweetness, the next dish brought a burst of freshness, brightening the holiday tables with its colorful assortment of fruits. 11. Holiday fruit salad. Holiday fruit salad was once a bright and refreshing dish that added a burst of color to the Christmas brunch table. It typically featured a variety of seasonal fruits like pomegranates, oranges, apples, and grapes, which were mixed together and sometimes dressed in a light syrup or citrus dressing. This fruit salad was not only a visually appealing dish, but also offered a healthier alternative to the rich, indulgent items typically found at holiday meals. The combination of fresh, crisp fruits was both refreshing and energizing, providing a perfect balance to the heavier, sweeter dishes. Over the years, however, fruit salads began to fade from Christmas brunch menus as more indulgent options like baked goods and casseroles took center stage. Despite this, it remains a beloved dish for those who appreciate the healthful, fresh flavors it brings to the table. From a light and refreshing dish, the next option was packed and flavorful, offering a nutrient-packed option perfect for Christmas brunch. 12. Swiss chard frittata. The Swiss chard frittata was once a staple for Christmas brunch, offering a fresh, hearty, and flavorful dish. Swiss chard, known for its slightly bitter, earthy flavor, pairs perfectly with the richness of eggs. In this frittata, Swiss chard is sautéed with onions and garlic, then mixed with eggs to create a soft, fluffy texture. The addition of mint-flavored yogurt adds a creamy tang, brightening the dish and enhancing the flavor. Often served with a light salad or crusty bread, this frittata was ideal for those looking for a healthier yet satisfying option amidst the heavier holiday fare. Its versatility made it an excellent choice for brunch tables, particularly in families who wanted a dish packed with nutrients to balance out the rich flavors of pastries and meats. Over time, however, as more elaborate egg casseroles, baked eggs, and other breakfast dishes took the spotlight, the simple yet delicious Swiss chard frittata began to fade from holiday spreads. Despite this, it remains a fantastic choice for anyone seeking a healthier, more vegetable-forward option. After a savory, vegetable-filled dish, the next dish was sweet, offering a rich, braided treat that was perfect for the holidays. 13. Cinnamon Apple Babka. Cinnamon Apple Babka was once a holiday favorite, especially during Christmas brunch. This rich, braided bread, filled with sweet cinnamon and tender apple filling, was the epitome of holiday indulgence. The dough was soft and buttery, with a slightly sweet taste, while the cinnamon and apples provided a warm, aromatic filling. Once baked, it formed a delicious golden brown crust, making it the centerpiece of any holiday table. The traditional babka dough, slightly denser than that of a typical sweetbread, was both satisfying and indulgent. This decadent pastry was often served with coffee or hot chocolate, making it the perfect accompaniment to leisurely Christmas mornings. However, as brunch menus shifted towards simpler options like muffins, scones, and pastries, the elaborate process of making babka slowly faded from family traditions. Despite its decline, the cinnamon apple variation remains a classic that offers a twist on the traditional cinnamon rolls or sweetbreads. This indulgent dish still has a place in many kitchens, especially for those looking to recreate nostalgic holiday brunches. While this dish had a sweet flavor, the next dish had a savory option that provided both comfort and flavor. From sweet babka, the next dish brought a savory option to the table. 14. Polenta Dutch Baby with Ham and Swiss. The polenta Dutch Baby with Ham and Swiss is a savory take on the traditional Dutch baby pancake, once popular at Christmas brunch for its hearty, satisfying flavors. The dish starts with a soft, golden pancake made from polenta, which provides a slightly denser texture compared to traditional pancake batter. This rich, flavorful base is then topped with savory ingredients like ham, Swiss cheese, and often a drizzle of mustard or balsamic vinegar, which enhances the dish's complexity and depth. The result is a flavorful, comforting dish that's perfect for a holiday brunch, offering both a comforting breakfast and a savory dish in one. This recipe became a holiday favorite for those who preferred savory options over sweeter dishes like pancakes or waffles. Over time, however, as brunch menus became more focused on simpler egg casseroles or grab-and-go items, this rich and hearty dish began to fade from Christmas spreads. Nonetheless, for anyone seeking a unique, savory brunch option, the polenta Dutch Baby with Ham and Swiss is a fantastic choice. After the savory Dutch Baby, the next dish offered a refined individual-sized option. 15. Breakfast Egg Cups with Parsley, Gremolata, and Mushrooms. Breakfast egg cups with parsley, gremolata, and mushrooms were once a go-to dish for Christmas brunch, providing an elegant and sophisticated alternative to the usual scrambled eggs or omelets. These individual egg cups were baked in muffin tins, allowing for perfect portion control and a visually appealing presentation. They could be served as a fun and interactive dish for guests to enjoy while mingling. The eggs were gently whisked and baked until soft and creamy, creating a satisfying base for the flavorful toppings. The real star of the dish was the sautéed mushrooms, which added an earthy, savory depth that complemented the creamy eggs. Mushrooms are a great way to add richness and texture without overwhelming the dish. The parsley gremolata, made with fresh parsley, lemon zest, and garlic, provided a refreshing burst of flavor that balanced out the richness of the eggs and mushrooms. The gremolata, a simple but effective herb mixture, helped elevate the dish, giving it a citrusy and aromatic lift. These breakfast egg cups offered a refined twist on traditional egg dishes, making them ideal for holiday gatherings, especially for those seeking a more sophisticated option. They were not only a crowd pleaser but also a practical choice, as they could be made ahead of time and served with ease. However, as the trend for quick and easy brunch dishes like baked egg casseroles and more convenient make-ahead meals gained momentum, the breakfast egg cup recipe gradually vanished from many holiday spreads. Following the egg cups, sweet potato biscuits added a warm, comforting touch. 16. Sweet potato biscuits. Sweet potato biscuits are warm, comforting meals that were formerly added to Christmas brunch. They are rich with the flavor of sweet potatoes, which make the biscuits incredibly soft, moist, and tender. The addition of cinnamon, nutmeg, and a touch of honey creates a subtle sweetness, making them a perfect complement to both sweet and savory dishes. These biscuits are often served with a dollop of honey butter or maple syrup, enhancing their flavor and making them a delicious treat for holiday gatherings. The dough for sweet potato biscuits is made by mixing pureed sweet potatoes with flour, baking powder, and butter. This mixture is then gently kneaded and cut into rounds before being baked to golden perfection. The light, fluffy texture is a result of the baking powder and sweet potatoes working together, making each bite melt in your mouth. These biscuits are not only a flavorful twist on traditional biscuits, but they also bring a beautiful orange hue, adding a festive touch to the table. While often served for Thanksgiving, sweet potato biscuits have found their place in Christmas brunches as well, pairing wonderfully with ham, turkey, or even just a steaming cup of tea. While biscuits were light, the next dish satisfied savory cravings. 17. Classic corned beef hash. Once a popular dish for Christmas brunch, classic corned beef hash combines corned beef, potatoes, onions, and sometimes bell peppers. The mixture is sautéed in a pan until crispy and golden, creating a savory, hearty dish that pairs perfectly with eggs. It was a traditional brunch choice, especially for families who loved savory over sweet options during the holidays. The crispy edges of the hash, combined with tender potatoes and the richness of corned beef, made it a favorite among many. However, as breakfast casseroles, quiches, and baked egg dishes grew more popular, the simple yet flavorful corned beef hash started disappearing from holiday tables. It's a shame, as this dish offers not only comfort and heartiness, but also versatility, often served with fried or poached eggs on top for an added indulgence. Despite its decline, classic corned beef hash remains a beloved dish for many and can still be found in some modern holiday spreads. After the savory hash, pear and almond tart offered a sweet and sophisticated flavor to the tables. 18. Pear and almond tart. The pear and almond tart was a classic dessert that once brought elegance and sweetness to Christmas brunches. Made with a buttery pastry crust, a smooth almond cream filling, and slices of poached pears, this tart offered a beautiful combination of textures and flavors. The almond cream, also known as frangipane, made the tart rich and fragrant, while the pears provided a soft, juicy contrast. Though it was a favorite for many holiday brunches, pear and almond tarts gradually faded as brunches became focused on quicker, easier-to-make desserts. In addition, the rise of more casual breakfast options like muffins and pastries led to the decline of elaborate tarts. However, this dessert remains a cherished classic for those who still appreciate its balance of sweetness and sophistication. The tart's versatility makes it a great option not only for Christmas, but for any occasion. From tart to dumplings, a gooey warm dessert followed. 19. Baked apple dumplings. Baked apple dumplings was a beloved dish during Christmas brunch, offering a perfect combination of sweet and comforting flavors. These dumplings featured whole apples wrapped in buttery pastry dough, then baked to a golden brown perfection. A cinnamon sugar syrup was often poured over the top before baking, which caramelized and soaked into the apples, creating a warm, gooey filling. Once baked, the apples became soft and tender, and the pastry formed a flaky, buttery exterior that melted in your mouth. Typically served with a scoop of vanilla ice cream or a dollop of whipped cream, baked apple dumplings were the perfect dessert or a sweet breakfast treat. However, as brunch menus evolved to prioritize convenience and speed, these time-consuming dumplings gradually disappeared from many holiday spreads. More make-ahead options like breakfast casseroles and simpler pastries took their place, pushing baked apple dumplings out of the spotlight. Despite this, the dish remains a nostalgic part of holiday celebrations, with its warm, cozy flavors evoking memories of Christmas mornings spent with family. After dumplings, the next dish brought spiced sweetness to the table. 20. Gingerbread waffles. Gingerbread waffles were once the perfect addition to Christmas brunches, bringing the festive flavors of gingerbread to the breakfast table. These waffles were made by infusing traditional gingerbread spices, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves into the waffle batter, creating a warm and aromatic treat. Often served with maple syrup or a dusting of powdered sugar, they were a special way to start the holiday morning. Their rich, spiced flavor made them a perfect companion to lighter fare like fruit salads or eggs. Unfortunately, over time, the focus of Christmas brunch shifted towards quicker, easier-to-make options. Pancakes, French toast, and pre-made pastries like croissants began to dominate holiday breakfast spreads, and gingerbread waffles gradually disappeared. Their intricate batter and the use of a waffle iron, which required more preparation than simpler dishes, led to their decline. However, gingerbread waffles remain a beloved dish for anyone looking to bring the warmth of gingerbread into their holiday brunch. While waffles were sweet, the quiche Lorraine was packed with savory richness. 21. Holiday quiche Lorraine. The holiday quiche Lorraine was a beloved Christmas brunch staple, valued for its elegance and satisfying richness. This classic French-inspired dish features a buttery, flaky crust filled with a creamy custard made from eggs, heavy cream, and melted cheese, typically Gruyere or Swiss. Crispy bacon or lardons add a savory, smoky depth, creating a perfect balance of flavors. The quiche's simplicity yet indulgent taste made it a popular choice for holiday gatherings, often served with a light side salad or fresh fruit to balance its richness. One of the quiche's greatest attributes was its versatility. It could be prepared in advance and served warm, at room temperature, or even cold, making it a practical dish for busy holiday mornings. Families loved its ability to complement a wide array of other brunch dishes, from smoked salmon bagels to sweet pastries. As brunch trends evolved, simpler and more convenient options like breakfast casseroles and frittatas gained popularity, leading to the gradual decline of the more labor-intensive holiday quiche Lorraine. However, its luxurious texture and customizable fillings continue to make it a timeless choice for those looking to add sophistication to their holiday spread. Modern variations now include ingredients such as spinach, mushrooms, or caramelized onions, catering to diverse tastes. From quiche, ham balls brought a perfect sweet-salty balance. 22. Ham balls with brown sugar glaze. Ham balls with brown sugar glaze were a beloved holiday dish that graced Christmas brunch tables, offering a perfect balance of sweet and savory flavors. This dish originated in Pennsylvania Dutch communities and quickly became a staple for festive gatherings. The base of these ham balls was a blend of ground ham and ground pork, combined with breadcrumbs, eggs, and milk to create a tender texture. The mixture was rolled into bite-sized balls and baked until golden. The signature element of this dish was its glaze, a luscious blend of brown sugar, vinegar, mustard, and sometimes a hint of honey. During baking, the glaze caramelized, coating the ham balls in a sticky, tangy sweet finish that made them irresistible. Some recipes even incorporated pineapple juice for an extra layer of fruity flavor, adding a tropical twist to this otherwise rustic dish. These ham balls were often served as appetizers or alongside other savory items, such as roasted vegetables or potato dishes, making them a versatile addition to the holiday table. Their make-ahead convenience made them a favorite for busy Christmas mornings, as they could be prepared the day before and reheated with minimal effort. However, as brunch trends shifted towards lighter or more contemporary fare, ham balls with brown sugar glaze started to fade from Christmas menus. The rise of quiches, casseroles, and international dishes gradually pushed this traditional option aside. Despite their decline, ham balls remain a nostalgic treat for those who grew up with them. Today, they're being rediscovered by those who appreciate their hearty flavors and old-fashioned charm. Following this savory dish, the next dish provided a light tropical dessert. 23. Ambrosia pudding pie. Ambrosia pudding pie is a vintage dessert that combines the flavors of classic ambrosia salad with the creaminess of a custard pie, resulting in a light yet indulgent treat. This pie was a staple of mid-20th century holiday gatherings, offering a refreshing contrast to the rich, savory dishes typically found at Christmas brunch. The pie's graham cracker crust provided a sweet, crumbly base, while the filling, a blend of orange marmalade, pineapple, shredded coconut, and creamy pudding, brought a tropical twist to holiday tables. The filling was often lightened with whipped cream or condensed milk, giving it a mousse-like texture. Once chilled, the pie was topped with additional whipped cream and a generous sprinkle of coconut for decoration. Some variations even included maraschino cherries or mandarin oranges, adding pops of color and sweetness that made the pie visually stunning and irresistibly festive. While this dessert was highly popular during the 1950s and 60s, it gradually fell out of favor as brunch menus became more focused on modern options like cheesecakes and fruit tarts. The simplicity and nostalgic charm of ambrosia pudding pie, however, make it an excellent candidate for a comeback. Its flavors evoke the warmth of southern ambrosia salad while adding the elegance of a pie, making it perfect for any festive gathering. From light to rich, the next dish brought gooey cinnamon sweetness. 24. Cinnamon roll strata. Cinnamon roll strata combined the best of breakfast and dessert, making it a standout choice for Christmas brunch. This decadent dish layered torn cinnamon rolls with a rich custard made from eggs, cream, and vanilla. Once baked, the strata developed a golden caramelized crust while remaining soft and gooey inside. Topped with a drizzle of cream cheese icing or powdered sugar, it was a showstopper at holiday gatherings. This dish was a festive twist on the classic French toast casserole, offering a dessert-like sweetness that delighted kids and adults alike. However, as brunch trends leaned towards savory options or lighter pastries, cinnamon roll strata gradually disappeared from holiday tables. Its indulgent nature and preparation time also contributed to its decline, with many opting for simpler, pre-made treats. Still, this dish is perfect for those looking to evoke nostalgic holiday flavors. It can be made ahead of time and baked fresh on Christmas morning, allowing families to enjoy a warm, comforting meal without extensive preparation. Variations now include adding pecans, raisins, or even seasonal spices like nutmeg for a festive touch. After the indulgence, the spread ended with a festive, rich finish. 25. Bûche de Noël, Yule log cake. Bûche de Noël, or Yule log cake, was once a quintessential addition to Christmas brunch tables, known for its stunning appearance and rich festive flavors. Originating in France, this dessert was inspired by the ancient tradition of burning a Yule log during the winter solstice, symbolizing the promise of warmth and light in the coldest season. Over time, this practice evolved into the culinary tradition of crafting an edible log-shaped cake, making it a centerpiece for holiday celebrations. The cake begins with a delicate sponge sheet, often flavored with vanilla or cocoa powder. The batter is whisked to incorporate air, ensuring a light texture that can be easily rolled without cracking. After baking, the sponge is spread with a creamy filling such as chocolate ganache, whipped cream, or buttercream, then rolled into a log. The exterior is coated with frosting, typically a rich chocolate buttercream, textured to resemble bark using a fork or spatula. A dusting of powdered sugar creates a snowy effect, while decorations like meringue mushrooms, sugared cranberries, or sprigs of rosemary add an extra festive touch. Although this cake was a holiday staple for many families, its popularity has waned in favor of simpler, less time-intensive desserts. The meticulous process of rolling, filling, and decorating can be daunting for modern bakers with busy holiday schedules. Still, for those who enjoy the artistry of baking, the Bûche de Noël offers an opportunity to impress guests with its striking presentation and indulgent flavors. To modernize the recipe, some bakers experiment with unique fillings such as salted caramel, espresso, or fruit curds, while others opt for gluten-free or vegan variations. The versatility of the Yule log ensures it can be adapted to suit diverse preferences, making it a dish worth reviving for Christmas brunch. Christmas brunches are more than just meals. They're moments filled with love and togetherness. Over the years, some traditions have disappeared, making way for new ideas and trends. However, the essence of a Christmas brunch is its ability to bring people together, regardless of what's on the table. In an age of convenience, it's easy to overlook the stress of preparing meals that carry memories. Yet, the joy of the holidays often comes from these very acts: baking, cooking, and gathering around the table with loved ones. Reviving old traditions or creating new ones doesn't just preserve recipes, it strengthens bonds and builds memories that last far beyond the holiday season. As the holidays approach, let's remember that the spirit of Christmas brunch isn't just about food, it's about connection. Whether you're sharing laughter, sharing stories, or simply spending time with loved ones, the heart of Christmas will always be found in these moments.